Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite YouTube channel and podcast. Keep that same energy podcast with your host, Justin P, and my co host, my right hand man, the villain or the vigilante. My co host, your co host, Mr. Maurice Jr. Yay, yay!
What's good, family? What's good, family? As always, man, it feels good to be back, man. Back at it again with Big Bro. As always, man, we got another amazing, great show. I can't wait to get into it, the topics that I got. But as always, you know what I'm getting ready to get into. Of course, we're going to hit you with some emotions, man, because we feel this shit, man. It's coming from the heart. For real, without a shadow of a doubt. Of course, we're going to hit you with some emotions. But then we're going to definitely hit you with them opinions. But they don't matter unless we hit you with the facts.
That's a fact, Jack. Episode 205 for the YouTube channel. All the links right there for the audio versions right there, so you can check that out right there. Maurice is going to lead the way, man. It's just nice to conduct the show. I know it's been a month since we stayed on the show. We apologize for that. We hope the other more stuff, so we'll definitely be back on schedule after this. So go ahead, Maurice, man. Take it away, brother.
And you already know when I do this topics, it's going to be story time. So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, this NFL season right here has definitely been a good NFL season. You've seen a lot of rookies step up, and you definitely seen the last of the dying breed, as far as the Tom Brady is. So, with all that being said, we're gonna go through all 32 teams, and we're gonna go current players and of course back in the day players. So, I'm gonna start off with the NFC South for you. Give me your
Okay.
favorite player of all time for Tampa Bay, and give me your favorite current player on the team right now.
Favorite current player on the team right now that Tom Brady is gone. I'm going to go with Mike Evans.
Okay, okay.
Flat out every year over 1,000 yards, no matter who the quarterback was, he always stepped up and put his big boy pads on. So for current favorite player for the Bucks, Mike Evans, and all time, I gotta put a tie for this one because
I'm listening. I can't wait to hear.
I'm gonna go with Warren Sapp, of course, because he a
Hmm.
Miami Hurricane, so that's a must all time back leader in Buck History Hall of Fame. And then the other guy that's tied, Derek Brooks.
Oh yeah, he definitely won.
Derek Brooks, man, I love Derek Brooks. Derek Brooks, you know what I mean? 2002 Defensive Player of the Year, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion. So I got them two tied at one for my favorite all time.
Well, I'm gonna hop in, and then we, of course, we're gonna stay on NFC. For me, Tampa Bay Buccaneers by far my defensive guy. So, of course, Warren Sapp. I mean, this dude was playing lights out at D tackle. It really goes underrated, and people need to pay attention and go back. I mean, we talk a lot about Dominican Sue. We talk a lot about Aaron Donald, even my boy Dexter Lawrence. We talk about a lot of those guys, but those guys definitely got it from a guy named Warren Sapp, who was getting double-digit sacks from the D tackle position. I see a lot of times people now act like it's so brand new when Aaron Donald did it, when they forgot about Warren Sapp. And then right now, I didn't want to be biased. I was going to go DB Life and go with my man Carlton Davis, but for real, I don't like nobody on the Bucks but the dude Godwin. That's it. It's like literally, God. And I mean, he make it happen. I mean, to be honest, what year was it? I think it was last year when Godwin got hurt. I don't think if they get hurt last year, Tom Brady wins another Super Bowl and they retire. Like literally, he had the Rams number. Luckily for the Rams, he got hurt. Still in that same division. Saints current player and all time player.
Current player, it gotta go. I gotta do a tie for that too.
Okay.
Alvin Kamara and Marshawn Lattimore.
Mm,
Hey man, both my guys, man. AK 47 and Mate Marshawn, man. Both all Pro Bowl guys, man. And I could throw Mike Thomas in there too, but I'm not. But those two for sure though. AK and Marshawn Lattimore. All time, I'm gonna go with a tie with that too. I'm gonna go Joe Horn,
mm.
and
Okay.
then I gotta go Drew Brees.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, for me, the all-time player without a shot, without Drew Brees. I'm one of these type of guys where I don't like you right away when you're hot, but I start liking you at the end of your career, and I respect what you did. I wasn't a guy who was a fan of Drew Brees, but once that guy started doing what he's doing at the end of his career, like when I say end his career, Drew Brees was putting up Hall of Fame numbers, and we were still talking about who's the best out of Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, and he was putting up the same numbers as them. It's just that New Orleans doesn't get the facade that Green Bay Packers going to get, or anywhere that Tom Brady going to get. And then I was getting ready to go with you, and I don't mean to throw somebody under the bus, but Alvin Kamara was about to get it until that that little domestic violence situation. But
It wasn't a domestic violence. It was
I mean,
him and a guy in the liquor store. So
yeah, yeah,
you
that's what
could
I
say
meant to say. I think
you
he
could
knocked
say
the
a
dude out.
civil matter. I mean, civil dispute, but it's not a domestic violence.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with oh, I'm a DB. I my first DB on the board, I gotta go with Marshawn Lattimore. By far, I mean, I don't mean to include myself into this, but I mean, if I was to describe one of the corners that play like me, and I'm talking about a feisty guy, I hate that Marshawn Lattimore gets so much disrespect. When people say Marshawn Lattimore getting fucked up, he's getting fucked up by Hall of Fame wide receivers. He's not doing no shit where Torrey Smith is nowhere near Hall of Famer, but was fucking up Champ Bailey. It's nowhere near like that. So people need to put more respect on Marshawn.
Champ Bailey at age 36 now.
But hold on.
Make
But
sure you throw that in there.
yeah, but that's the point of what I'm making. Like it took Champ Bailey to be old as shit to somebody to finally clown him, and that's what I'm basically saying is. And then when y'all did start clowning him for getting fucked up, it was Torrey Smith, who some people don't even know who that is anymore. You see what I'm saying? Where Marshawn Lattimore every week he's going against your number one. So if he getting smashed, I mean, I see why he's guaranteed on your Hall of Famer. But I ain't gonna
But the
spend too
crazy
long.
thing about that narrative, though, the crazy thing about that narrative, then we can move forward. He don't get beat a lot, so I don't know where all that bullshit comes from.
Say it again, bro.
He don't. He don't. He got the kid. The last hit. This he only gave up one 100-yard game this year. That's it. One.
All right, okay. Now this one's gonna be interesting. I think, man, you're gonna pick the same people on this one. Atlanta Falcons, current player right now.
Kyle Pitts.
Mm.
Kyle Pitts is like, you know what I mean. I could say. I mean, Desmond Ritter and King and Drake London got to do a little bit more for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put them up there. But right now, Kyle Pitts flat out. Oh, I'm sorry. Where's my man? It's Kyle Pitts and AJ Terrell.
Okay, I like that. I like that two-way tie.
Kyle Pitts and AJ. I gotta give young boys flowers. He's a beast.
Should I
All
say
time,
should I say it's a no-brainer?
Mike. All time, Michael Vick. But it's not just him. It's Mike Vick, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Him a highlight reel, man. So gotta go with Vic. And then number 2, Dion. Must be the money. Like, come on, man. That's how Dion became Dion in Atlanta.
Yes, so, and he said, even when I'm there or not, this still is my house. So
still my house. Yeah. So Dion
right.
fans right there. So Dion and Vic tied one. And Marshall. I'm sorry. I'm on the Falcons now. Kyle Pitts and AJ Terrell.
Okay. All right. On this one, I mean, I was going to give it to AJ Terrell. You feel me? Just because, I mean, this guy went from being the worst corner in the league to top 5 for like the past 3 years, straight like that. I want to give it to him, but I ain't gonna lie. Kyle Pitts looking like, yo, he ready to be the next big tight end. I mean, I don't see no young tight end who's stepping up right away like this guy doing. He's giving me Vernon Davis, Antonio Gates type vibes. So I
combined. This is
combined.
This is a genetic freak at tight end.
Yeah. So by far him, I can't wait to Drake London produce even more because they're gonna be dangerous down there. And all time it's a no-brainer. I know you've seen it too, bro. That Michael Vick commercial. I always wanted to get on that ride, even though I mean literally that Michael Vick experience was legit. So by far, Michael Vick of all time and current player Kyle Pitts. Last team in the division, the Panthers.
All right. Oh man, it's DJ Moore, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a 3-way tie for this one because I like a lot of these players. DJ Moore, Brian Burns, and J.C. Holmes.
I like that Brian Burns. Definitely a lot of people don't even know who that is. I like how you threw that in there. Now, of all time, now it's gonna get risky now because they got some all times.
I'm gonna do a tie for that too.
All right, go ahead.
Subi, E. Smith, Julius Peppers, and I'm gonna go Dan Morgan from the U.
Ooh, I forgot about 55.
Dan Morgan, yep. Oh, I'm sorry, Luke Kuechly, so never tie.
Ooh, damn, you're right. Yeah. That's why I said they got a lot. Matter of fact, the next time I got control of the topics, yo, we're gonna have to do a Mount Rushmore. We're gonna have to do a Mount Rushmore because I ain't gonna. Yeah. All right. Of all time, yo, if I played wide receiver, if I wasn't Terrell Owens or Kelvin Johnson, I want to be Steve Smith. It ain't even no question. I mean, just like how I just described Marshawn Lattimore, I think when I play wide receiver, Steve Smith described it. I don't want to shake people. I want to run you over. I want to stiff arm you. I want to talk trash. And I take it with pride being one of the smallest guys on the field, but got a heart like a 6'4" dude. So I definitely love that. And then right now, I got to go DB again. J.C. Horn is really going underrated right now. I mean, I love Sauce. I love what Woolen is doing. I love what J.R. Alexander's doing. But this guy, J.C. Horn, is really not giving up catches. And it's a shame that the DB or the cornerback position is so based on interceptions, not the fact of I'm going to stick the best guy like Revis, and the best guy is going to have no contribute to the game, no contribution to the game. So I don't like the fact that that's getting a lot of underrated right there. But J.C. Horn by far. Okay, we're gonna take it to the north side. Now it's about to get dangerous. Packers current player.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers is like, I mean, Aaron Jones, honorable mention, but Aaron Rodgers is like,
All right.
I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers and Jair Alexander.
Okay. Now what about all time? Here go another interesting one.
This is gonna be tough because I'm on Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna still throw Brett in there, you know, he pissed us all off with his bullshit. But this is strictly what he did on the football field. So Brett Favre still. Uh, Reggie White, of course.
Ooh, by far.
And I'm gonna go show the OG some love. Ray Nitschke.
Oh, you definitely showed some love. You definitely that's for the older crew that check us out. All right. For me, I'm going to copy off you a little bit, but I changed the narrative. What I mean is, my all-time favorite Packer, you already know, Aaron Rodgers by far, all time. It ain't even close. Aaron Rodgers. If Patrick Mahomes keep doing what he's doing, Aaron Rodgers is going to move to two. Patrick Mahomes is number one. And then my current one. The only reason why Aaron Rodgers is not my current because I've seen a lot of reports, and I can't wait to talk about that next week's episode. There's a lot of reports that he's trying to get to the Las Vegas with Devontae Adams. So
Makes
that's why
sense.
yeah, that's why he's not my current. But my current, by far, J.A. Alexander. I'm sorry to keep going DB life. You feel me? But these corners, I mean, they represent. They putting up great numbers, and it's going underrated. I mean, people don't even realize that J.A. Alexander had a playoff game where he had two interceptions and gave up one catch for -3 yards. That's a
Yep.
stat line. So I gotta give credit where it's due. The next one, the Minnesota Vikings. I think I know what you're gonna do with this one. Who you got? Current player, Minnesota Vikings. I already know.
Mr. J. Jettis, Mr. Goody, Mr. Goody, Mr. Goody. Like it's simple. Him and Dalvin Cook.
Okay. All
Him and
time.
Dalvin Cook. Randy Moss, of course. Chris Carter. John Randall.
Mm.
And I'm gonna go back to another OG, Alan Page,
Woo!
who is now a judge in Minnesota, man.
Facts he is. Facts he is. I love when people find careers after football is over. All right. The Minnesota Vikings, all time, Randy Moss. Straight like that. I mean, this how good Randy Moss was to me. I hated Randy Moss on the Vikings because all my friends was Randy Moss fans. I had that cheap mom, not to throw my mom under the bus, but all my friends had the Randy Moss jersey. But I hated Randy Moss because he did it with so much flair. But he's him. And then of course, yo, I ain't gonna lie. The only reason why I picked JJ, yo, I hate on this like Randy Moss. Yo, I hate on JJ so bad. I want this dude to be trash. I want people to fuck him up. I mean, when he went against J.A. Alexander, I was so happy when he shut him down. But yo, after all that hating, yo, he is him. JJ is that dude. By far, he surpassed Adam Thielen. He surpassed Kirk Cousins. He surpassed everybody on the offense who was supposed to be their star and the main guy before him. So by far, JJ. All right. The next one. Then I ain't gonna lie. This one was tough for me. Chicago Bears. This was real tough for me.
Current,
Yeah,
not
Current.
hard at all. Justin Fields.
Oh, okay.
Justin Fields. It's like what else there to talk about? I mean, Justin Fields, a current all time. Now this is go sticky. I'm gonna go Brian
Yeah.
Urlacher. I'm gonna go Brian Urlacher. I'm going to go Walter Payton, of course. Sweetness.
By far.
We can go with Charles Tillman, Peanut Tillman,
Mm, mm.
and I'm gonna show some love to the man in the middle. I want to go with Mike Singletary.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now this was tough for me because of Singletary, Urlacher. I mean we all know we was watching Ray Lewis and Urlacher become almost towards that, well, the white version. Um, I was going to pick Charles Tillman because of what he meant. I mean, it's so disrespectful to see somebody Whoever on the Chicago Bears that got number 30, 33 the corner is disrespectful. Charles Tillman invented the punch out. But for me, by far, I'm going Walter Payton. I'm going Walter Payton for a couple of reasons. First of all, he was one of the best running backs of all time. And I think when he was playing, he was known as the best running back. And I got to throw this little fun fact in there. I did not know that he cried because the refrigerator scored that touchdown in the Super Bowl and they didn't give it to him. He cried because that was his only chance to get into the Super Bowl.
That bothered him a whole lot. Donnie Dickens said that was his biggest regret.
Yeah. You feel me? So by far, you feel me? I gotta put Walter Payton right there. And it's funny how times change. Walter Payton cried because he didn't score a touchdown, and everybody was clowning. What's the dude name off the Chiefs that didn't score the touchdown at the end of the game? McKinney.
Jared McKinney.
Yeah, they was clowning him, but the whole time they show you how times change. But currently, I wanted to jump on a bandwagon, help me out with the dude Mooney.
Oh, Darnell Mooney, I like him too.
I wanted to jump on that bandwagon, but Justin Fields is the man, more the man right now. Like Justin Fields is giving me Josh Allen vibes. I remember when we first started the show, I was saying Josh Allen uses his entire body to win the game. And right now, Justin Fields see like, hey man, I probably got one, maybe two good wide receivers. I'm gonna use my whole body. I love with everything that he do, and God forbid that he get hurt. All right, the next one. Now this one, the current play is gonna be hard for you, I think. Who your current Detroit Lions player? Because I already know who the all-time is, but who your current Detroit Lions? You see the eyes? Y'all see the eyes, family? Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson. Let's go. DeAndre Swift. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Definitely.
And TJ Hawkinson. We'll say DJ Chark, but he's a free agent.
Yep. Okay. And the current all time.
Cool. I'm gonna put one more person up there just because he deserves his flowers. Of course, Barry. I'm going to go with Loomis Brown.
Okay.
He was a hell of a tackle. Nobody give him his just due. That boy blocked his ass off, man. Oh, and Robert Porsche, the defensive end.
Ooh. Okay. Now you did deep.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go to my current first because matter of fact, I'm gonna go to my current first because it's easy. By far, I'm going Alabama, Jameson Williams. He didn't get a chance to show his full thing, but when he did,
I ain't put him up there yet because he had a good game, but he's like, I need a little bit more out of
it. Yeah, and without a shadow of that, that's why I'm cleaning up. But yeah, I need to see a little bit more. But from what I saw, it's on the way. You feel me? Unless Jared Goff just become a bum. The reason for the Lions, the reason why I said it was difficult because I mean, I got into football when Barry Sanders and Deion Sanders was on their way out of the whistling. Like, I got into football around 95, 96. And I think Barry Sanders probably only played like 4 more years or something like that after that. It was something weird like that. So I really didn't catch it. So when I started paying attention to the Detroit Lions, who was the guy? Calvin Johnson. You feel me? So
I gotta add Megatron to that list too. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so I'm only not gonna add Barry Sanders because I came in late and I saw the Detroit Lions go to the playoffs with Calvin Johnson and Matt Stafford. And then an honorable mention, I got it. I just said his name, Matt Stafford. Okay, now we're gonna go to the NFC West. Seahawks. Current player right now in the Seahawks. Now we never talk about the Seahawks, so this is gonna be interesting for me.
Geno, Kenneth Walker, Tyler Lockett, DK, Jamal Adams. All time?
Yeah.
Cam Chancellor, Sean Alexander, Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, Russell Wilson, Bobby Wagner.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for giving a shout out to my man from Alabama, Sean Alexander. Seahawks.
Matt Hasselbeck.
The funny thing is I was getting ready to talk about him a little bit because I was about to say that's how I knew about the Seahawks because of Matt Hasselbeck. So Matt Hasselbeck was throwing to Jerry Rice. You feel me? People don't know that. Seahawks current player by far. I'm going with DK. That boy, a freak of nature. I wish that Geno Smith was played trash so he could have left and went to somebody else. But I mean, it is what it is. It looked like he on some. Hey man, Geno gets me the ball. So I'm going to stay here. And all time by far, Richard Sherman. He to me, even though I think Cam Chancellor was the leader, it was more of I'm the leader. But we know Richard Sherman has the power and is going to be the one that leads us. I mean, I'm not trying to compare myself. I had a game like Richard Sherman. last season, I had an interception that took us to the championship game. Richard Sherman, of course, had the bat down that took his team to the championship game. Of course, the Super Bowl. So I gotta go with him. Next up, the San Francisco 49ers. Give me your current.
Debo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, of course, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner.
Okay. And
All time,
yeah.
Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Joe Montana, Brian Young, Joe Staley, Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, Ronnie Lott. It's like, I'm gonna stop
That's
right
the
there.
whole damn Super Bowl team.
I said I'm gonna stop right there. I can go all night.
All right. By far, man, I'm going with Debo. By far, I'm going with Debo. I don't even need to go into it. If you watch sports, you know who Debo Samuels is. Um, Now the all time, this was tough for me, but then again, it wasn't tough for me. I got to use the same example that I used with Detroit Lions. I didn't see Jerry Rice doing this thing like that for the 49ers until like I said, when I got into football, you already know who was next in line. T.O. T.O. was right there to be next in line. So my all-time T.O., that's when I became a fan of T.O. I didn't wait till he got on the Eagles. One of my favorite touchdown celebrations of all time is when he scored a touchdown on Sean Springs and whipped that Sharpie out. So by far T.O.
Oh, I
And
forgot T.O. My bad. I got to add Terrell Owens to that. I got it. I'm sorry.
yeah, and he was so ugly when he cried and scored that game winning touchdown. I never forget that. All right. Next up. Now this one I know is gonna be hard. Your current Arizona Cardinal.
Calamari, until he's traded, DeAndre Hopkins,
Mm-hmm.
Buda Baker, Hollywood Brown, Zach Ertz, and then I'll go with Byron Murphy,
All right. All time.
Adrian Wilson, Kurt Warner,
Ooh, reaching, boy.
Larry Fitzgerald, Anquan Bolton, and Aeneas Williams.
Oh my God, Aeneas. Yo, he reaching when he's saying these DBs. I don't even think the people who watch sports right now even know who that is. All right. For me, by far, I never liked Larry Fitzgerald. I got to give credit where it's due. I don't know how people give Larry Fitzgerald the credit that he do deserve, but how you give him that much credit and y'all forget about what Anquan Bolden did. It's like people just forgot about Anquan Bolden. Like his numbers just dropped. He was still going over 1,000 yards. He was still putting up good numbers. He has Hall of Fame numbers. I mean, it's like they forgot about him. I mean, he broke his jaw for God's sakes and still went to the Super Bowl in that same year. I mean, people don't know Anquan Bolden went to 2 Super Bowls and won one. So
Yeah.
I'm going with Anquan Bolden, and then by far I gotta go DB Life again. Yo, Buda Baker is nasty, bro. Buda Baker remind me of Troy Polamalu a little bit. I mean, Jesus. I gotta give credit where it's due. All
I
right,
forgot one guy, Patrick Peterson, all the time.
yeah, that for sure. Next up, them goddamn Rams. Give me your current play on the Rams. Now this should be good.
Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Cooper Cup, Cam Akers, Matt Stafford, Allen Robinson, Bobby Wetmore. He just got released, so I can't say.
All time.
All time, Aaron Donald,
He made the all
Jalen
time and the current.
Ramsey, Marshall Falk, Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Steven Jackson, who else? Dre Bly,
Mm.
Brant Wortham, Kevin Carter.
My man named the greatest show on turf. The whole you must have been playing with them on Mag back in the day.
I did. And Orlando Pace.
Oh my God, another Hall of Famer. All right. For me, I was going to say current players. I was going to say Aaron Donald, but I mean, I got to stick with my man Jalen Ramsey. I got to stick with him, even though he's been falling off. I think he not falling off because he ain't got it no more. I think he falling off because he just stand behind. I'm Jalen Ramsey, and I shut people down for hella years, so I know you're not going to throw it my way. So he's not playing as good as he should. I think he just basing everything off his name, and you need to change that. Um, uh, um, but I'm still gonna stick with my man. And you already know who I'm gonna say for the Rams. I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Torrey Holt. Torrey Holt is one of my favorite wide receivers of all time. But the main reason, my third favorite play of all time is Marshall Falk. It's LT, Ray Lewis, and then it's Marshall Faulk. Straight like that. If I could choose the players that I could want to be in order, I would want to be two defensive players. And then if we went to offense, I want Marshall Faulk, Troy Polamalu, Honorable Mitchell after Marshall Faulk. All right. We done with the NFC. Let's go to this AFC. The AFC East, Buffalo Bills, current player right now.
Oh, Josh Allen, Diggs, uh, Von Miller because he's a current player. Davis White, Tremaine Evans, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, and Dawson Knox, and James Cook.
All time.
Uh, Jim Kelly, Bruce Smith, Cornelius Bennett, Simon Thomas, Eric Mose, Andre Reed,
Goddamn Mo's number 80.
Cal Hamilton. And I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Let's say Cal Williams. Let's say Cal Hamilton. Cal Williams, Mario Williams,
Yeah, I remember him. That's when he became a beast when he got on there.
Nate Clemens, and
22 Nate Clemens. He knocked Tom Brady out. Hey, family, go check that on YouTube. Nate Clemens puts the hit on Tom Brady.
And Stevie Johnson.
Okay. Stevie Johnson. Ooh, you taking it back, Mister. I'm gonna call him Bum Stevie Johnson. I remember this dude dropping a lot of touchdown passes. All right, the Buffalo Bills. I mean, it's only to me. I think it's only one guy that should get. I mean, even though everybody did their thing and all that. I mean, Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith, out of all them dudes, the one that got the Hall of Fame jacket and he got the record. Jim Kelly got the Hall of Fame jacket. Thurman Thomas got the Hall of Fame jacket, but the rest of the guys who was a big contribution, like what's the wide receiver name?
Andre Reed, in Hall of Fame.
Oh, but didn't it take a while for him to get it though? Like they didn't give it to him right away or something like that.
Yeah, he had to wait a little bit.
Yeah, it was something like that. His numbers was ridiculous. I mean, I guess it was all about the era that he came up in. But by far, my all-time player is Bruce Smith, and my current player, I just love his attitude. Stephon Diggs, I just love his attitude, straight like that. All right, next up, New England Patriots. Who's your current player right now? I don't never hear you talk about the Patriots, so I definitely want to hear this.
Current favorite players: Damian Harris, your boy from Alabama.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hunter Henry.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Got to give this guy his credit. Wide receiver, God, man, what the hell is his name? Name on the tip of my tongue.
You talking about Kendrick Bourne?
Not him, no.
Jacoby Myers?
Jacoby Myers, there you
go. Okay.
Jacoby Myers. You got David Andrews. I like Matt Jones. Then you got
Thank you.
Kyle Duggar, Devin McCoy.
I definitely like him.
Matt Judon, of course. So those guys right there. All time, of course, Tom Brady, Teddy Bruschi, Richard Seymour, Drew Bledsoe, Willie McGinnis, and how can I forget the Hall of Famer Todd Law?
Ooh. All right. Well, for me, I mean, I gotta give an honorable mention to my man Damian Harris. By far, I gotta give it to him. I like how you mentioned Kyle Duggar. I like that. But by far, my current player is Matt Jones. Matt Jones, by far, you feel me? Even though he had a little downside, I believe it's more on the Patriots didn't get the wide receiver to give him some help. But Matt Jones, by far, and then my all-time, by far, Ty Law. Ty Law is in my top 5 corners of all time. I mean, 10 interceptions is under the radar. 10 interceptions in the same division. He got released for the Patriots, went to the Jets, and led the league in interceptions at the same time. And he was a hard hitter. And he was definitely a reason for some of them Super Bowls up there. So I gotta give it to him. New York Jets current player. Now this should be another good one. Yeah, I like when he do the eyes like that.
Quentin Williams, Sauce Gardner,
Alabama.
CJ Mosley,
Alabama.
Mekhi Becton, Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Brees Hall. Let's see, Quincy Williams, DJ Reed, Ashton Davis, Jordan Whitehead, all time. Mark Gastineau, still got the Jets record for sacks. Curtis Martin, Wayne Forbett, Keyshawn Johnson.
My man said Wayne Forbett.
Darrell Reeves, of course. Aaron Glenn, who's now the DC for the Lions.
Woo! Number 31, Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we can go Big Mo Lewis, linebacker number 57.
57. I remember him. I
Yeah.
remember him on Madden. All right.
And Broadway Joe. Joe Namath.
Another Alabama. Um, for me, by far, you already know who my current favorite player is. Sauce Gardner. It ain't even close. It ain't even close. I mean, if it was to be a runner-up, it would be two guys. DJ Reader, and you already know how I feel about what's his name? Kwan Alexander.
DJ Reed. DJ
My
Reed.
bad, DJ Reed. My bad, DJ Reed is the defensive tackle. My bad. And
Yeah,
but and you already know I've been talking about Quan. I'm saying it right, Quan Alexandra all season. I've been talking about him all season. So well by far Sauce Gardner, but they would be my other two honorable mentions. For the Jets, here goes some honorable mentions. Santana Moss was my man back in the day on the Jets. I ain't gonna lie. I used to bust people's ass back in the day. Santana Moss, my other favorite honorable mention, yo, Vinny Testaverde do not get the respect he deserves. I mean,
gotta give it to Vinny, man. Vinny. That's his name. Vinny was the
yeah,
man.
I mean, like literally, people.
From the youth.
Thank you. Like people don't know. Look at that guy's stats. Look at that guy's stats. And since that was those two is my honorable mention, and by far my well, hold on, let me see. Is let me yeah, Curtis my fifth favorite running back because I'm not in order, but I'm thinking like is LT no hold on, it's Emmitt Smith, Tiki Barber, Curtis Martin. Yeah. Who Tiki Barber? Only reason why Tiki Barber won that is because look, he one of the only players in NFL history to have like over 10,000 yards rushing and probably like over like 5,000 yards receiving.
I
Only
got
like
you.
yeah, like so that's why he and you know I'm a Giants fan, so that's by far why he on there. And let's go to the Dolphins. Current player on the Dolphins. Now I know you're gonna say a lot for this
Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle,
one.
Tua
Alabama.
Tagovailoa, Raheem Mostert, Mike Gesicki, Tyron Armstead, Jalen Phillips from the U,
Mm.
uh, Bradley Chubb,
I forgot they had him.
Channing Tindall, the rookie of well, he's not a rookie no more, but he was the second year player out of Georgia. Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, and then let's see from there,
Hold on, you say the safety? What's his name? I forgot his name.
Javon Holland, yeah,
Yeah.
and Brandon Jones, the kid from Texas.
What about
All
current? I mean,
time,
all time. My bad. All time.
and the man Marino, of course.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Dan Zach Thomas, Jason Taylor,
Woo! Zach Thomas, my man, reaching. Yeah.
yeah, Patrick Surtain, and Sam Madison.
Boy, I don't know how that Miami team ain't win a Super. Maybe because it was Jay Fiedler fault. But when they had them two corners, and then they had Brock Murray and two at the safety. Oh,
Brock Murray, another one I was ready to put up there. Who else? Who else? Well, Big Randy Starks at D tackle, then you got to go with Mercury Morris and Bob Houston.
good. I ain't gonna say nothing else because I want to say this person's name. All right. Current players, I'm going Jalen Waddle by far. Alabama. It's up. It's in the building. Maybe I would say Tyreek Hill, but Alabama's in the building. Now, when it comes to the Fins, by far, it's Dan Marino. But you want me to tell you, my nigga, Ricky Williams was the man on the when Ricky Williams was on Miami, he was the best running back in the NFL. It wasn't even close. He was tearing everybody up. I mean everybody. I mean, they were so happy that the boy quit to go smoke weed and got his hair cut and became bald because when he wasn't, destroying everything in sight. Um, Next, we're gonna go to our division, well, hometown division. Baltimore Ravens, current player right now.
Baltimore Ravens. Lamar, of course. J.K. Dobbins. Gosh, there's gonna be a lot for this. Mark Andrews, Ronnie Stanley, Marlon Humphrey, Roquan Smith, Marcus Williams, Patrick Queen. Sometimes.
My man said, "So, hey, bro,
Calais Campbell. Of course, from you. Marcus Peters, the 2 year free agent. 2 year free agency. Justin Tucker. So basically, everybody all time, the great Ray Lewis, the great Ray Avery, two Hurricanes, Terrell Suggs, Elodie Nada, Marshall Yonder, Torrey Smith, Jimmy Smith, Chris McAllister, Matt Stover, Tony Siragusa, rest in peace, Shannon Sharp, Todd Heat, Dennis Pitter, and then I'm gonna go with Michael Jackson and Dirk Alexander.
Thank you so much for mentioning Michael Jackson. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I
one
got
of the
Ray Rice and Joe Flacco.
Thank you, and thank you for mentioning Ray Rice. Thank you, because some people they think J.K. Dobbins was the only one with number 27. I remember I was so pissed off when I seen Asen Jackson with number 27 on. I remember I was pissed off about that. All right, Baltimore Ravens. It's kind of tough. The reason why I say it's kind of tough because I think everybody on the Ravens is playing on the same level because of Lamar Jackson. So there's really nobody who's like sticking out with like that's my favorite Raven or this, that, and third. I'm by far gonna go with Lamar Jackson because he's the star of the team. I mean, the team go as far as he goes. So by far, I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson. And then for the current, I mean, all time player, this one was tough for me only because of this. Yo, I'm a huge Terrell Suggs fan. I mean, anybody who knew me when, let's just say it was three homeboys, me, you, and let's just say Doobie. Yo, I would let y'all pick Ray Lewis and Ed Reed because I wanted to be Terrell Suggs. So I want to pick him so bad. But I mean, that heart, that desire, and all that, by far Ray Lewis. By far Ray Lewis, the heart and soul of the Baltimore Ravens. Period. I mean, still to this day, we're trying to get the Ravens to be what they was with Ray Lewis. All right. Now this one, I can't. I definitely can't wait to hear this because you don't be like to get them love. Pittsburgh Steelers, current right now.
Najee Harris, George Pickens, Minka Fitzpatrick, Deontay Johnson, Pat Fryermuth, I like him.
I definitely like him.
T.J. Watt, Devin Bush, Miles Jack, Cam Hayward, of course, and that's about it.
But wait a minute, that all time baby.
Yeah, yeah. Terry Bradshaw, Big Ben, what else? John Stallworth, Lynn Swan, Mel Blunt, Mean Joe Green, L.C. Greenwood, Jack Ham, Jack
Jack
Lambert,
Lundgren.
uh,
Yeah, yeah.
Franco Harris, God rest his soul, Mike Webster,
Mm,
Ramon Foster, Lamar Whitley, Joey Porter,
Jamal Willie. Woo, I remember him.
Troy Polamalu, and then Ryan Clark, and sometimes like that.
Since you saying funny shit, I'm just going to Kendrell Bell. I'm just because you being funny. But anyway, this Steelers shit was definitely hard for me only because it came down to two players. Um, I'm a big fan of Ben Roethlisberger, but bro, I'm a huge fan of Hines Ward. I mean, huge fan of Hines Ward. But I only gave it to Big Ben because he got the two Super Bowls. Um, and
No,
then right.
who got two Super
Oh
Bowls?
shit. Oh damn, he damn sure do. I really see in that you're right, but in that last Super Bowl that Hines Ward played in, I ain't see shit. I just saw San Antonio home, San Antonio home. But you absolutely right. All right, and current. I don't want to be biased, but it's almost coming to that point, man. It's either gonna be Michael Fitzpatrick or fucking Najee Harris. I mean, it's just that simple. I don't like anybody on the Steelers except for those two players. Matter of fact, only three people I like on the Steelers, and T.J. Watt. That's it. Other than that, there's nothing I like about the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm just gonna give it to Najee Harris just because it's an Alabama thing. All right, next up. Now this one, I can't wait to hear this one. The Browns. This was hard for me. I ain't gonna lie. This was hard for me. I had to go to Google.
Not really. Not for me. Current, Sean Watson, of course. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, David Njoku, Mark Cooper, Donovan Peoples Jones, Anthony Schwartz, Big Wyatt Teller, what's the Joe Batunio.
Mm-hmm.
They got a main line. Miles Garrett, Deion Jones, Jeremiah Wusu, Jeremiah Komar Wusu, Greedy Williams, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, and then what's McGrath Delpit and John Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
All time, Jim Brown, Joe Thomas, Ernest Bonner,
I'm 21.
the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Newsome,
82, baby.
Eric Metcalf, DK's father.
Oh my God. I don't know who was the best out of them two because Eric Metcalf was a different animal.
Oh, Bernie Kosar.
I think that's the last time the Browns was like legit when they had him. Okay. All right. The reason why I said it was hard for me is because, like I said, I wasn't around to see the Jim Brown era. So I'm going to throw guys out there like this. Like, prime example, one of my favorite Browns of all time is fucking Braylon Edwards. I watched this guy break the Browns record. You feel me? Having the most receiving yards and receiving touchdowns in the season, and he was like that, especially when he went to the Jets. But as far as with the Browns, I didn't get a chance to see Jim Brown at all. But I mean, at one point in time, they were saying he was the best player in the league. I got to give credit where it's due, but for me, I don't. I'm sorry, Jim. You are on the list of all time, Jim. But for me, I'm going with Braylon Edwards. I watched this guy make the Pro Bowl. I watched the this at this point in time, the Browns had never made the playoffs, and then all of a sudden they started making some noise. Even that year, they had lost to the Steelers when the Steelers had what's that dude Tommy Maddox. So I gotta matter of yeah, I'm gonna go him because the person who I wanted to say was Joe Hayden, but nah. Um, and then right now, by far, I gotta go DB Life one more time. Denzel Ward. I ain't gotta speak too much on him. I've been bragging about Joe since day one. All right, this one, the Bengals, current player.
You know, current or all time, not for the North, none of them North team. Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, Jamal Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Sam Hubbard, Cheetah Bear Woozier, Jesse Bates, Von Bell, Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt, DJ Reader, Trey Hendrickson, Dax Hill.
I definitely like Trey Hickerson. I definitely like that.
All time, Boomer Esiason, Corey Dillon, Chad Johnson, TJ Usmanzada, Icky Woods, Chris Collinsworth, Anthony Munoz. Let's see.
He definitely giving his flowers out tonight, fellas. Family. He definitely giving out flowers tonight.
Jonathan Joseph, Delta O'Neal,
Ooh, Jonathan Joseph. I ain't hear that in a minute. Number 24. I remember him.
Spikes.
They had him and Leon Hall.
Yeah, Leon Hall too. Then you can go with Vontez Perfect too.
Mr. Ignorant. All right. The current is so easy. I Joe Barrow by far. Joe Barrow to me, even though what's his name Chase and all these guys making these big catches, Joe Burrow is the best player on the team by far. It's not even close. He is shorted from college to now. And they kind of lucky that they had the little problems that they had because we could be talking about the Bengals in the Super Bowl again for the second straight year. All right. And then of all time for the Bengals, you made it hard. Off the top, I was going to pick Champ Bailey, but then you came out your mouth and said Corey Dillon. So I'm one of those guys that give it to the foundation. But I caught Corey Dillon mostly on the Patriots. So I'm going to give it to Chad Johnson because I seen this guy make the Pro Bowl. The only thing that I was mad at Chad Johnson. Huh?
Corey Dillon with the Bengals. Him and Ray Lewis battles used to be epic.
No. What I'm saying is I do remember him on the Bengals, but like him on the Bengals was trash. So you more saw of the team being trash. And of course he the star. Like prime example, when Marshall Falk was on the coast, don't nobody know about that. I mean, of course me and you do. but don't nobody really know about that because the Colts was ass and he was doing his thing. And I'm just saying, like, who was busting ass and winning? Chad Johnson was, and I'm taking nothing from Corey Dillon. He was that guy because I used to play with the Patriots back in the day when he was on there. All right, next division, Colts, current players or current player.
Jonathan Taylor, Quentin Nelson, DeForest Bucker, Kenny Moore, Stephon Gilmore. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, all time, it's gonna be easy. Peyton Manning, Johnny Unitas,
Mm.
Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Tariq Glenn, tackle, Jeff Saturday, who's currently, well, he was the interim coach. The White Freeney, Robin Mathis, Bob Sanders, Gary Brackett. You got Burt Jones. You got many more. Art Johnson, Bubba Smith.
Keep going, Marlon Jackson. Go ahead.
Shit. John Mackey.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Um, current players. This is easy. I'm going DB Life one time. I mean, I wanted to go Jonathan Taylor so bad, but I start respecting Gilmore as he started getting older and older, and to see what he was doing last year on the Colts. I mean, he's damn near. When I say damn near no man's land, you're spending 1 year on all these teams, and nobody's trying to keep you. And then you go over there, and they probably left you for dead with the Colts, and you still showed that you one of the top corners in the league. So I'm going Gilmore current, and then of all time, my son name is Peyton Maurice Savage, so it's by far Peyton Manning. That's how much the Mannings mean to me. Everybody know how I feel about Eli, but yeah, I'm going there. Next up, Houston Texans.
Current, not a whole lot. I'm gonna go Damian Pierce, Brandon Cooks, Nico Collins, John Mechie, uh, Brevin Jordan from the U,
Mm-hmm.
Andy Tunsil, Jalen Petrie, Derek Stingley. That's it. All time, uh, Matt Shaw, Sean Watson, Andre Johnson, Jason White, Ryan Christian, Nico Ryan, head coach, Mario Wayne Brown, Jonathan, DeAndre Hopkins.
I like that middle. You said Brian Cushings, right? Okay. Um, I'm gonna make it quick. All time, D Hop. D Hop is one of my favorite wide receivers of all time, just because he's been doing what he's been doing with just anybody at quarterback. That's too easy for him. And then currently, I'm going with Derek Stingley. Tennessee Titans. Who is your current right now?
Derrick Henry, Kevin Byard, Taylor Lewan, even though he got cut.
Damn, he got cut. He was good.
Injury. Uh, Austin Hooper and Cheekway Okwanwu, right there from Maryland, and Traylon Burke and Caleb Fowler. That's it. All time, yeah. Eddie George, Kevin Dyson, Doug Mason, Samari
Kevin Dyson. God damn, boy.
Lance Shelters, Keith Bullock,
Lance Shelters, 31. Oh my goodness.
Chris Johnson.
Can I get a Frank Wycheck?
Yeah, I can watch it. Oh, and
All right.
Bruce Matthews for sure.
Yeah. Oh, can't forget about him. He got Clay Matthews in it.
He falls in a franchise because the Oilers rolled over to the Titans. Earl Campbell.
Hmm. All right. Current. I don't like nobody on the fucking Titans. They go another team where I completely don't like nobody. No. This is what I mean.
Really?
I I mean, like it's nothing that wows me about the Titans. Like, mind you, look, even though he on my list, he still don't wow me. I never looked at Derrick Henry as the best running back. I never even looked at the guy the best Alabama running back of all time. But I mean, I give respect where it's due. But I mean, I'll give it to him. He only getting us the landslide because he's from Alabama. And if you think about it, nobody really on the Titans is sticking out like that, unless it's
This from another show. But continue.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at best, I would probably if I didn't pick Derrick Henry, I probably would pick Justin Simmons. I probably would pick him the defensive tackle because you'll like that. Now I
Oh,
give you that.
yeah,
Um and all
Jeffrey
time, huh?
Jeffrey Simmons.
My bad, yeah, Jeffrey Simmons. I'm going him, and then an all time man. Rest in peace to the great Steve McNair. I'm definitely going with him by far. I mean, I didn't, and I respect that Tennessee Titans team from back in the day. Just like how I can name all those guys. I can name people on the Titans right now because I know sports, but they trash. They not no names that ring bells. So I'm gonna leave it as that. The last team in this division before we head to the last conference, the last division, Jaguars. Current player right now.
Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne,
Of course, Trey.
Calvin Ridley once he get that suspension left, he gonna fall out. Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, Trayvon Walker, Josh Allen, uh, Fr- Fudluski, Okiwan,
Mm-hmm.
that way. I like the safety Andre Cisco,
Okay,
Paul
I give you that.
Mark Nell, David Garrard, Byron Leftwich, Fred Taylor, MJD, Maurice Jones Drew for those who don't know,
Mm-hmm.
Smith, Keenan McCardell, uh, you know, Donovan Darius, Rasheem Mathis,
Yo, sick number 20.
Big Marcus Stroud, and John Henderson.
They was a beast together.
All personality, Justin Durant. Oh, else? Eugene Monroe and Tony Baselli, who just went into the Hall of Fame last
My
year.
man said Eugene Monroe. He pulling y'all. He pulling from Madden back in the day. He pulling from Madden back in the day. All right. Right now for the Jaguars, it's one person by far, Trevor Lawrence. And if I had to give a run up, it'd be Travis Etienne. I mean, I ain't know yo was like that. I was literally like looking at the Jaguars like, okay, whatever Trevor Lawrence do, nah, they got to run the game. I gotta give credit where it's due. Um, and for the Jags, it only come down to two people: Jimmy Smith and Fred Taylor. And by far, I'm going with Fred Taylor. I mean, definitely underrated. Definitely went under the radar, and he need to get more love and respect. Like I think he's a 10,000 yard running back, and he didn't get the love and respect. And this one of those guys where every time he got hurt, he came back better, except for his final injury, of course. But when you look at his numbers, when he got hurt, he came back better than ever. Um, the last one before we get to these tough topics. Well, it ain't even that tough, but who you have for the Las Vegas Raiders currently?
Well, can't say Derek Carr's ass got terminated. Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs are free agents. I can't even say him. Darren Waller, Max Crosby, Chandler Jones, Rocky Sin, Trayvon Moore, and Denzel Perman from the U.
All time.
Owen Hunter run for all time. Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson, Rich Gannon, Ken State,
Mm.
Ken Brown, Ray Rice, Clifford Brown, Matt Tatum, Old Man Willie Brown, Mike Hayes, Lester Hayes, Lyle Elzado, God rest in peace, Howie Long, Art Shaw and Gene Upshaw,
Yeah, get them legends right.
and Matt Millen and Ted Hendricks, another guy
My
from the
man said, "Man, hey, bro, stop it." All
Ted Hendricks.
right, all right, okay, cause that was some good shit. All right, currently, until Josh Jacobs was gone, Alabama, he was gonna be number one. But I'm going with Hunter Renfro. I'm going with him. I'm going with him. I mean, I love what Devontae Adams got going on, but Hunter Winfrey give me that type of vibe where if you don't trade him, he will have all the Raiders records, like because he's gonna be a consistent guy that gets open. And then if I go current, I mean all time,
No Darren Waller?
no Darren Waller. I mean, I'm only doing my favorite player. I mean, of course I like him. Of course I like him. I'm just going off of my favorite player. But
Who they?
yeah, yeah. Oh, ho. He ain't my favorite on it. I mean, I told you who my favorite was, Josh Jacobs, but he gone.
I
You feel me?
think.
He was my favorite.
I think.
Um, who I got? Oh, I had for the Raiders. I already just said Humphrey, and then of all time, I gotta go DB Life again. I think you mentioned him. I'm not sure. Charles Woodson, by
Oh,
far.
Sir Charles, you're right. I did put my Sir Charles. Definitely Sir Charles up there.
All right, next up, them Chargers. Give me your current player.
Justin Herbert. You gotta say players for me. I ain't gonna just be one.
Oh yeah, well go. I'm gonna do player, and you do player. So go
Only one I had one for was the Falcons. Well, I even had two for them.
ahead.
Austin Eckler, Gerald Everett, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Rashad Slater, Asante Samuel Jr., J.C. Jackson, Kenneth Murray, uh, Edwin James. All time, Dan Phelps, Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees, Damian Thomason, Sean Lights Up Merriman,
Oh yeah, man.
Quentin Jammer,
Oh my God, it's Quentin James, 24.
Ryan, 23,
23, my bad.
Ronnie Harrison, Junior Seau. How can I forget him? Uh, Coy Legit, and Lorenzo O'Neal.
By far, Lorenzo O'Neal, 41.
Vincent Jackson, Malcolm Floyd, Natron Maines, and Antonio Cromartie.
I ain't gonna lie, my man said Natron Means. I remember that boy when he was on the Jags. All right. Um, as I said, I'm only doing a player. I only talk about Mike Williams. That boy, yo, he go to YouTube. Not you, but people that's watch this, go to YouTube. Yo, he
I think I said him already.
Yeah, you did say him. Yo, he got some of the hardest catches of all time. And then this year, I love that he went over 1,000 yards. Yo, I mean, all his catches is hard. Like I don't even think he tried to catch. If you was to throw him a slant route, he probably would catch it so amazing. I mean, it's crazy. I got him, and then for the Chargers, by far, man, by far, LT. LT is in my top. I think that's who I was missing when I was naming my top five running backs. But LT by far, like I said, y'all hear me talk about it a lot. I love running backs who can catch it out the backfield. So that I mean, now that I think about it, that's exactly who it is. Marshall Falk, Emmitt Smith, LT, Tiki Barber, Curtis Martin. That's exactly who my top five is. I had to think about it, make sure I got it right. And that's what I love it. Block, catch it out the backfield, run out the backfield. You could do anything. You feel me? And line up sometimes to play wide receiver. So I got LT. All right. The Chiefs. Who you got currently for the Chiefs?
Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, Chris Jones, Frank Clark, Trent, uh, uh, Jarius Sneed, Juan Thornhill, Willie Gay, Joe Thuney, Orlando Brown Jr., Isaiah Pacheco, Cole Harden, Marquez Scanlon, Kadarius Tony. Oh, George Karlaftis,
All right. What about all time?
Patrick Mahomes, Trent Green, Joe Montana, Len Dawson, Willie Lanier, Tony Gonzalez, Eddie Kennison, John Moore,
88, 87.
yeah, Will Shields,
Mm.
Willie Wolf, let's see, Donnie Edwards, Derek Johnson. I should have Texas kids some love. Jamal Charles, Derek Thomas, Neil Harris.
Alabama. I'm waiting for you to say Larry Johnson.
I'm about Larry Johnson, and then I'm gonna go with Priest Holmes.
Mm, mm. Okay. Let me see. Let me see what I'm gonna do right here. Current by far Patrick Mahomes. And if he wasn't on the team, Patrick Mahomes would be my all-time favorite. So current, I'm gonna go Patrick Mahomes. And all-time favorite. You made it hard for me when you just said his name just now, adding Priest Holmes. So to me, I'm gonna go with Tony Gonzalez. I'm gonna go with Tony Gonzalez. He was the reason why I knew who the Chiefs was, the whole everything. All right. The next up, Denver Broncos currently.
My danger, Russell Wilson, Austin Williams, Obit Opar,
You said Elvis Dermoville. Okay.
not that's not current. I ain't say that. I'm still
Mm-mm.
Portland Sutton, Jared Bowles, Bradley Chubb's now gone. Randy Gregory, Patrick
Mm.
Shanahan, Justin Simmons, Amari Mathis, Jonathan Cooper, Byron Browning. That's about it for the current. All time. Now we can go L. Peyton Manning, Von Miller, Elvis Beamerfield, L. Sharp, Bill Romanowski, Mark Schlereth, Ralph Davis, of course, Ed McCaffrey, and Ross Smith, Brandon Marshall, Champ Bailey, Steve Atwater.
Mm.
Um,
DJ Williams.
not, yeah, I'll do it to be nice because he's from you, DJ Williams.
Um. All time is easy for me. John Elway. I mean, I think the first time I ever played Madden, we talking about back in the
Oh
day when it was.
man, Cluckenberg and Tom Jackson on that.
Oh yeah, Tom Jackson by far. He definitely.
Yeah,
John Elway was probably the first guy I ever played with on Madden. We talking about back in the day when they had them ugly jerseys with the steam coming out the horse's mouth, horse's nose.
They look like a shred of ice cream. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I gotta go there, and it was a tie between my two Alabama guys, whether it be Jerry Judy and Patrick Surtain, and you already know I'm going defense over offense every day, so I'm going with Patrick Surtain. Okay, now that we done with that, one more, well, two more sports. I mean, well, actually, three more NFL topics before we jump into the NBA, the fun stuff. All right, we'll make this quick. Give me your top 10 pass rushes of all time. And before you answer, the reason why I came up with this topic, not to again make things about me. Currently, they switched my position now to a blitzing corner, so I play pass rush more now. You feel me? Two sacks.
Because you getting old.
But check this out. That rejuvenated my career. What, in 3 games, 2 sacks, 11 forced interceptions, and I got an interception myself at the pass rush. So I mean, I love it. You just gave me 10 more years. You feel me? Down there in the box like that. And I haven't been in the box since I played strong safety when I played arena football. And that was about almost 10, 12 years ago. But I don't want too much about me. Give me your top 10 pass rushes of all time.
Regardless of position, right?
Yep, just pass rushes.
Lawrence Taylor.
Yep.
Anytime you win league MVP, enough said.
Yeah.
Marcel said, he said when they used to have their little meetings, he said, where's LT? And he be late for the bus. As soon as he get on the bus, he said he attacked the bus driver like, we can roll off. We got enough to fucking win right here with LT. That's
Mm-hmm.
how he was. Bruce Smith.
Yes, sir.
I got 200 sacks. I'm just
Yes, sir.
Bruce Smith. You know what I'm saying? Hammer time. Reggie White.
Mm.
Gotta get a minister defense. Only God fan man I know that will pray and will fuck you up the very next play after he done pray for you and him.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's 3 right there. Julius Peppers.
Mm. And he high. He like top 6 or something in sacks.
Just come around that corner, big athletic, like that was always one of my favorite DNs. Aaron Donald, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the Broad Street bully. That's a fullback playing D tackle. Doing shit you not even supposed to do at the D tackle position. Number 6, I'm gonna go John Randall.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Like he was earned down before earned down, only 280 pounds, just beating double team like it was nobody business. Number 7, I'm gonna go with DeMarcus Ware.
He had double digit sacks, I think, every year for real.
Bob better defense player year in 2008. We had 20 something sacks. They gave it to James Harrison. I get, but
Yep,
DeMarcus
you're right.
9. I'm going to go with Kevin Green. God rest his soul. Pass rushing full with Pittsburgh and the Rams.
Yeah, he top four. I think he like number four.
I'm just throwing the names up there. So yeah. And tied for 10, Jared Allen and Terrell Suggs.
You said Jared Allen. Okay, I like that. I definitely like that Jared Allen. Uh, okay, I'm gonna do an honorable mention. My honorable mention is J.J. Watt. I mean, even though he's not up there in all time in sacks, the dude had 20 sacks twice. That's hard to do. Yeah, and that's the thing I'm shocked of that this guy had 20 sacks twice, right? And he's not even in the top 15 of sacks of all time. That's weird.
He didn't get nicked up. Them numbers would have been much, much higher.
Yeah, yeah. That's my honorable mention. I gotta give him a shout out. Number one on my list by far LT. By far LT. Or LT is my favorite football player of all time. I
He the
mean,
taxes make all the money they make.
yeah, I mean, and we talk about from the time this, and that's how I like my players to be. NFL ready when you coming in from college. I mean, right away MVP, right away rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, MVP of the league. I mean, and this is another fun fact. This is another fun fact. Yo, why go look up LT stats? And you need to go look up other player stats too. You're gonna like this part. Every year that LT was in the league, except for when he started declining, which probably was the last 2 years, every year LT was third in MVP race, not defensive MVP, MVP race. He was third or second every year for his defensive player of the year. He was second and third every year. Wow, you don't even hear shit about that about Ray Lewis and all these other guys, but he was there. So by far, I'm going with LT. Uh, Number 2, Bruce Smith. I feel like if Sax was recorded back in the day when LT probably would have had the record. Definitely Deacon Jones would have had the record. He definitely honorable mention. I think Deacon Jones probably the best defensive lineman of all time because this guy was getting sacks and it wasn't getting recorded. But he just ain't make my list because he old. Number
That
3,
is right.
yeah. Number 3, Reggie White. I mean, you said it the black. I like what you said too, because I remember it was one of them commercials back in the day where he was like, "I'll pray for you before I come get you." It was something like that.
God was probably the only thing that was important to him. More important to him in football was God and his family.
Facts. So Reggie Wayne at 3. Number 4, the Giants' all-time leader, Michael Strahan.
Reggie White. Reggie White. I got correct. You said Reggie Wayne. It was a slip of the tongue.
Oh, I said Reggie White for what's name? You're right. But the all-time leader for the Giants. Huh?
You said Wayne because you talked too fast.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So Reggie White, my bad family. That's what I got at 3. Number 4, the reason why I am a Giants fan, Michael Strahan, by far. You feel me? That's one thing I gotta give credit to. I saw him get 20 sacks. I gotta give it, and I feel good that 2 players from the New York Giants have that. And actually, he has the record, which is also JJ Watt brother got the record too because they tied it. Next up, I gotta go with Dwight Freeney. Yo, that spin move, come on, bro. The spin move is ridiculous. That's who I got at. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's who I got at 5. Number 6, yo. Every time Julius Peppers got a sack, he the first person I've seen in NBA NFL history. Every time he got a sack, they talk about what he did in college as an NBA player. I mean, what he did as a college basketball player. I mean, he got a sack because of his length. He got a sack because he used to duck over people. So it was always funny and comical to hear that. Right after him, I gotta go with Robert Mathis. Robert Mathis did it. The reason why I like Robert Mathis is because of this one fact. It made the way how the system look is he only did it with Dwight Freeney. But when Dwight Freeney left, he was still the man. Still the man. So I gotta put him up there. I don't know if you said Terrell Suggs, but he definitely on my list.
I'd have been 10 with Jared Allen.
Okay, he's at my list at number 9, and then number 10 by far. Probably my second favorite outside linebacker after LT, DeMarcus Ware. I mean, that's the one guy who I literally watched him get 10 sacks relentlessly. I think he only probably got, just like LT, he probably got like 1 or 2 years. Can't forget Reggie White. Yo, these guys I named probably got 1 or 2 years where they didn't have double-digit sacks. Their whole career, especially Reggie White.
I don't, I don't, your list is great, but I think you left somebody off. You might have said it, you might have not. How you forget AD?
Oh, Aaron Donald. The only reason why I forgot Aaron Donald. Now, excuse me for this, family, because everybody on my list is top 10 in sacks. That's the only reason why. Now he the man. He the man. I talk about Aaron Donald a lot, but everybody I name on my list, top 10 in sacks. Um, Now let's get to the fun stuff right here. Give me your thoughts on the Super Bowl and did it go the way you wanted to go?
The score did. I mean, 'cause I had 38. I guess Mahomes said, "Nah, the Eagles' defensive line let me down because, like I said, you get 70 sacks. I'm thinking they're gonna get to Mahomes when they count. They didn't. They ain't got 0 sacks. And credit to Andy Reid, the enemy, and they O line for coming with a good game plan. But I could not believe they had 0 sacks. Like that, you got 5 guys in double-digit sacks. So that definitely, surprised. Jalen Hurts played amazing. He put on a Superman cape and went to work. He just made one mistake with that fumble and it cost him. So the Brad Bright, that was a flag. It's a flag. It is what he saw. Like if you got Ray Charles can say it. Like he grabbed it. He said it. He
You
said
right.
we'll get away with one, but the referees knew one important game got screwed over because the call wasn't made. Saints and Rams. They didn't want that on their hands again. So they did what they supposed to. Just because it's the Super Bowl, you got to make the call. If that's the case, we don't need to play with no officials. If we want to just do that, it was a foul. He called it on. But overall, it was a good game though. But I thought Philly was going to take it. But hey, Mahomes showed why he's worth $500 million.
I like what you said right there, bro. Great words of all as always. For me, I agree with you. I thought Philly was going to take it. As I told you before, I picked Philly just because they had the most Alabama players, and there go me picking Philly because they got the most Alabama players. But my favorite quarterback is fucking Patrick Mahomes, and that's ironic. I should have never went against that guy. I mean, he played like yo. If I lose this Super Bowl, I could fuck around lose my legacy. So he turned it up. I mean, that second half that boy was hot. Patrick Mahomes was hot. He was hitting everything. I mean, when I was seeing this guy pass the ball to everybody, the whole thing that came to my head was Tyreek Hill. I bet your ass wish you wouldn't left. I bet you like come on Tyreek Hill. Like Tyreek Hill, they really replaced you. They replaced you with the running back who wears number 10, and he was killing too. Now he ain't got the speed you got, but he bring that dynamic that you kind of was bringing. He can run, catch, do all that shit out the backfield. Um, and I just like how everybody stepped up. I mean, people clown my man Juju so much. He was mature, made big catches, and played big. Travis Kelsey by far just showed to me Travis Kelsey in that Super Bowl game. I could be wrong, but in my opinion, I think he passed Rob Gronkowski as the best tight end of all time. I mean, I never seen
He not far away.
yeah, I know. I mean, like even with Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, it was more like a video game type thing. This right here is technical abuse. If I didn't throw it to Kelsey, give it to, not. I'm gonna throw it up in the air and hope Kelsey catches it. No, Kelsey gonna get open. Yo, I never like Kelsey was damn near open the whole entire Super Bowl, and we talking about guys on him. He just getting open. So I'm like, oh shit, like he like that. Like I mean, and I, I'm biased because I'm an old school guy. I'm still like, nah, man, Tony Gonzalez and Antonio Gates still the best. But I'm like, oh, hell no. Travis Kelsey, nah, he got it. He got it. He got it. If they win one more Super Bowl and they win it the way how they have been winning, keep giving him the ball. Oh, yeah, by far. And just to speak on the Eagles, I mean, I don't know how you don't get one sack. I don't know how you're not even rattling the quarterback, doing anything to disturb Patrick Mahomes. It looked like it was drama in the first half. Second half, Patrick Mahomes like, I see what they're doing, and took over. I mean, your best bet was when Patrick Mahomes messed his ankle up again. Y'all should have been on his ass, but of course, y'all blew it. Y'all didn't take advantage of that. The score, great high scoring game. 11-2 black quarterbacks. I think that's the most high scoring Super Bowl in history, right?
Patriots and Eagles will probably they score a little more points than that.
Okay.
51. Patriots had what 30, 33. So it's about the same. They both 74. They both score around 73, 74 points.
Okay. And the last thing I'm going to say is about it is this. I wonder how Devontae Smith body feel after that game. They was killing Devontae Smith. Every time he could whack, whack, it made me think like, yo, you need to go on steroids during the offseason, yo, and get bigger. Cause they were, it was one hit, and you already know, don't nobody care about the Chiefs defense. Ain't nobody respect them. But they was hitting. They was showing me Patriot-esque type defense. And I'm sitting up here like, when y'all start doing this? But it was a great Super Bowl. I like how it ended. Uh and I don't need to say no two more about that. Okay. Next up, what's your thoughts and feelings on this new Pro Bowl?
It's cool. I mean, I like it because you get to preserve guys' body. Like you said, now the guys, more guys are dope, and now they're not beating their bodies up. They just going there having fun, because it's all star games. Like, wow, rich guys getting hurt when free agency and all that stuff coming up. So I like it. It's fun. Flag football. They got the Madden challenge and the challenge.
Okay. All right. For me, I only had one complaint, bro, and you probably might agree with me. How the fuck Tyler Huntley make the Pro Bowl?
That's because all the other quarterbacks were either too beat up to play or, Mahomes and Hurts Mahomes won the Super Bowl. So that's all. He got in there by default.
Yeah, that's basically my only complaint. Cause I was looking at the Pro Bowl and I'm seeing like certain guys in the Pro Bowl. I'm sitting here like, what? Huh? Who? Where? How? I'm like,
A
what the
lot of
fuck?
guys down, so they just ready to rush their body into the all season.
Man, I'm just saying this. For now on, if y'all gonna do it like this, if y'all gonna do it like that, NFL, this is what I would say do. Continue to have everybody get their Pro Bowl voters to go in, say they made it, and hey, they should, you know what they should turn that shit to? To the rookie all-star game. Don't you know how the rookie in the NBA, the rookie got it? For all that, I'd rather watch the rookies go at it. They got something more to play for than the old vets who making the Pro Bowls, who really don't care. I mean, they don't even play like, yo, don't it's a Pro Bowl if you win, you get a certain amount of money or something like that.
Yeah, that's what they're so they still want to play for that incentive check though.
Yeah, yeah. But it was cool. I just didn't like certain players that was added to it because of the whole rest thing. All right, topic 6. The NBA has changed. How the hell two guys score 70 twice? Well, not twice a piece, but how will two guys score 70 twice in one season? What's going on? Well, give me your feelings and thoughts on Dame Dollar doing it and Donovan Mitchell both scoring 70 plus this year.
It's a scores league. I mean, like you said, you're gonna see a lot more than that. Like Carl Anthony Towns last year put up 60 points, 20 rebounds, some things like that. Like you said, them two. Remember Booker scored 70 not a couple years ago. So it's gonna happen a lot. Like I said, like especially if they're gonna get half of it from the free throw line, then you know then you make 25 shots. That's 50 right there. So
Mm.
basically it's what 18 points a quarter. Let's just say
Mm-hmm.
six, seven. Let's say 17 points a quarter. 17 points a quarter. So it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. So, but it's definitely impressive. Because both of those guys can score at a very high clip. So yeah, like I'm just waiting for my guy Shay to be the next one to do it. It might take a while, but I think he will. But those two guys, man, two killers, two future MVP candidates, and two future Hall of Famers. So I wasn't surprised at all about them two putting on that punch.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Well, I'm glad that when these guys put up the 71, the last time we seen 70 points, it was Donovan Devin Booker. Excuse me, can't get that wrong. Kentucky. It was Devin Booker, and they got their ass blown out, and people was cheering about that 70 plus points, 70 points and 70 plus. But it feels good when you put up that 70 plus and your team win. And I ain't gonna lie, if I was to rank who performance was much better, Dame Dollar. I mean, Dame Dollar didn't look like he was on his way to have no 70 plus point. What he had like 20 something in the first half, then it went bonkers in the second half. You would think that if a guy got 20 in the first half, defense is going to see that, slow him down. He may get 30 or 40. This man scored 40 something in the second half. I'm like, what the? Knocking him down. I gotta agree with Shannon Sharp. Damon Dollar is a victim of the era that he's in. We talk about how good Klay Thompson and Steph Curry is a shooter, like Dame Dollar not doing the same thing as them. It's just that simple. It's
Only
not. It's,
difference is their stuff is helping them win championships.
there you go. There you go. And well, and we already know why, because they got more help. But I mean, it was just ridiculous. How he did what he did the other night, and for Donovan Mitchell, as I said, man, that came out of nowhere. I mean, the reason why I wanna compare the two just on some. LeBron James didn't even do that. You came there, all the greats that played in Cleveland, even though it wasn't a lot. You came there and surpassed him. This probably would be the greatest Cavs season of all time if the Cavs were to win a Super Bowl, win the championship this year, just because of soon as the Cavs got this guy, this would be the first time ever. Soon as the Cavs got Donovan Mitchell, they've been a top 4 team all year. The lowest ranking they have been is what they is right now. 4. They always been 1, 2, and 3. I mean, literally. So, I mean, we never saw it. Not like this with Kai, not even like this with LeBron. You feel me? So it definitely feels good to see that. So, Donovan Mitchell and Dame Dollar, man, great. I mean, I don't even think this. When the last time we even seen something like this where somebody scores 70 and 80 and another person come right back and do it? And this was not even that months apart. I think what Donovan Mitchell did his in December, and here we go in February, and Dame Dollar just did it. So I gotta give credit where it's due. All right, last topic before we get up out of here. I'm gonna start with the first part. So far in the NBA, who is your top 5 in the MVP race?
Nikola Jokic.
Easy.
Oh Lord, let's see. LeBron James,
Okay.
Shea Gilgis Alexander.
Now you super being biased.
He averaged 30 a game. So, I mean, uh,
You're right.
Kareem won it, and his team didn't make the playoffs. So why can't my guy? But
That's absolutely right.
those three. I'll go with I'll go with Steph.
Okay. That nigga hurt though.
He was having a great year. And then I'll go with John Morant.
Yo, you disrespectful.
Go with Ja Morant.
Where is Jason Tatum?
Yeah, and JT. I'll put JT up there too.
Okay. Okay. All right. I can get up on you. All right.
Oh, and Luka.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, yeah. All right. For me, number one by far, this is Jason Tatum. I would unanimously give it to him. You feel me? But JT by far. Number two, yo, Nurkic, Joker, yo, is fire. Nobody, I'm sorry. I gave you enough chances in B. I gave you enough chances, Carl Anthony Thomas. All you, yo, Nurkic.
Don't say Carl.
Who I say?
You said Carl Anthony Thomas. Your basically made Joe an R&B singer.
Because that's who he is. Because that's what he doing. He ain't playing like Carl Anthony Towns. That's not his name. That shouldn't be his name. No, Big Cat. His name should be Big Pussy. Because he ain't doing shit. He's supposed to be the next big thing. I mean, like literally, I'm not trying to bring race into this, but the best center is a white guy. We calling it what it is. The dude is averaging a triple double. I ain't gonna lie, he should get MVP. If he averages a triple double, I want him to get MVP over my man Jason Tatum. And I'm a Celtics fan all day. But a center, come on, yo. When the last time we seen a center be top 3 in assists? Assists.
Wow.
I mean, the last person I seen do that was, and I didn't even see it. Wilt Chamberlain led the league in assists one time. Like come on. That's I'm digging deep. We talking about 1950, 60, some shit like that. So he's number 2. Number 3, I gotta go with Giannis. The Bucks stay with the number 2, number 3, or number 1 record in the East. By far, I gotta give credit where it's due. Um, Number 4, I'm gonna pull one out the hat. Yo, the Kings are 3rd in the West, got the best offense in the league. I'm going with De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox lead the league in points scored in the 4th quarter. Make sure y'all write that down because it's going under the radar. A Kentucky guy. That's who I got it. That's who I got it for. De'Aaron Fox, and then let me see who I can put at 5. At 5, I'm gonna copy off of you. Only because man, he playing lights out. John Morant. I'm gonna go with him. I gotta give credit where it's due. He like that. He a high flyer. He can get the job done. He definitely need to do work on his shooting. Definitely a little bit more because right now you can tell he just relying on I can take you to the basket and just because I jump so high, I can jelly and dunk on you anytime I want. So I got them. Now let's talk about these NBA standings. Just give me your thoughts on what's been going on in the NBA from what you've been saying. You can talk a little bit about the All-Star game, but give me your thoughts on just the NBA season overall.
All-Star game.
Yeah, because I didn't watch the All-Star game at all. Even though my man JT dropped 55, I didn't watch it.
Who cares? Anyway,
Yeah,
the East, they got I guess they got your Celtics. They one of the top teams. You still
number
got
one.
Milwaukee's Bucks, and Giannis another MVP candidate left out. So Giannis too. You still got them. They're floating around the picture. Who else you got? The Cavs, as you just said, they're still floating around. Want to say Miami still in the picture for the most part.
They seven.
Yeah. Then like I said, you got the Nets are still hanging around. What they like 8 or 9 or something like that.
Six. They dropping though.
But yeah, they're gonna get it together. They got a lot of new pieces they try to fit in at the trading and all that. Who else? You got Philadelphia, of course.
They third.
The Knicks are starting to play a little bit better. So they in the play-in mix, right?
Cool.
New York Knicks.
Actually, New York Knicks is fifth. They went from 10th to fifth.
Got you, see what I'm saying? So like you got the East, you still got your Hornets and those teams like them that's trying to hang around the Bulls, the Wizards, so those are the big dogs in the East. The West, of course, you got the Suns, you got the Mavericks, Clippers, Utah Jazz.
Mm.
They're playing good ball. Who else? Who else? Pelicans, they're doing their thing. They just need Zion healthy.
Yeah, because Zion must be hurt. Because the Pelicans, they had the best record in the NBA, and now they 10th. Zion must be hurt.
Portland, they're up and down. They show lives. And my Thunder, I think we fell to like 12 or 13. We was in the top 10, but then
Yeah, 13.
we lost like 2, 3 in a row. So we got to get back and pitch. The Lakers are starting to climb up in that play-in. So, that's it, man. Like I said, I just can't wait till the NBA playoffs. It's going to be interesting.
Oh yeah, man. Great shit as always, man. Fire shit. I'm just like you. I cannot wait to the playoffs start, where it's gonna really get gritty. I'm starting to feel like this too. A lot of these NBA teams, they not playing each other like, yo, we got beef during the season. They playing each other like, nah, man, I got a chance to win a championship. Like to me, it looked like it's really getting like when we was growing up, it looked like, yo, this is gonna be tough. We got going there and fuck these dudes up. Damn, man, 7 games. Where now it's more like, yo, we win 4 games, yo, we champions. Yo, we win 4 games. We going so it's more like, yeah, let's get to the playoffs. Let's get to the playoffs. So I'm gonna start off with the West. I gotta give credit where it is with the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, the Kings, the Suns. Of course, I think they're gonna get it together once KD come back. They fuck around, go to the NBA Finals. The Clippers, I love the move of them getting Russell Westbrook. They definitely played a good ass game against the Kings, but of course the Kings pulled away with it. And you already know how I feel about the Kings, man. De'Aaron Fox leading the way, fourth quarter leading scorer. The Warriors, even with Steph Curry, I think Steph Curry probably gonna be hurt until the what's the name? Until the to the season start. But they still doing that thing with Jordan Poole. Huh?
You said when the season start, you mean when the
I
playoffs
mean when the
start?
playoffs start. I apologize. I mean that's to me. Hey, check this out. I'm gonna contradict myself. That's when the season start in the playoffs. But Utah Jazz definitely shocked me. Utah Jazz had the best defense in the league at one point in time, and they was third in the whole NBA. And I ain't gonna lie, I think you told me and my cousin told me, don't ride with that Jazz shit. Don't think they're gonna be like that the whole time. And they didn't. The Timberwolves is joke time. I'm going to take a shot. I brag on Anthony Edwards a lot, bro. You supposed to be taking him there. I'm sorry, you supposed to be taking them there, right? I don't get how players become, yo, I'm the leader of this team. I can score a bunch of points, but I cannot lead us to a playoff. I can't lead us to a playoff spot. Now, technically,
Last year, remember, and got smoked by the Grizzlies.
and that's my point right there. You averaging 30 plus a game. You supposed to not get smoked. You supposed to turn it the fuck up. I'm gonna say his name correct. Carl Anthony Towns. That he ain't do shit last year in the playoffs. I'm like, what? Like who? Like Steven Adams destroying you like that? Brian Clark destroying you like that?
Brandon.
Brandon Clark. I'm like destroying you like that. So nah. And then I just gotta talk about the teams in shock before we end it with the night. Um, the Lakers did them big trades and they still looking like the poop ass Lakers. I mean, I'm shocked that they got their 27. They came back and beat the Mavericks. I think they were just playing around on that one. Um, the Portland Trailblazers. I'm sorry, Dame. I know you want to stay. Dame, bye. Dame, leave. Please, please, please. I'm trying to tell you, Dame. Nobody gonna say nothing about you if you leave and play with any other team. Nobody gonna say nothing about you. Not one soul. Actually, Dame Dollar, you doing it exactly how me and Big Bro want you to do it. Be with one team for about 10, 11 years and try your best and then go win it the right way. Like we didn't complain about anybody who left and all of a sudden went to a team that they stay committed. But no, we not. We're not gonna say nothing. So do your thing. Um, and then when I'm gonna go to the East, I'm just gonna say I'm really disappointed in the Heat. There's nothing wrong with the Heat. Every single player on the Heat is healthy. Why the
That,
hell you seven?
that's who Dame should get traded to.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, go there, do something. But I'm lost. Nobody on the Heat is injured, and y'all not number one. Y'all got the same team that y'all had when y'all went to the NBA Finals in the bubble. The same team. So I'm lost on how did you get better, and you still you're seven. You got better, and you seven. I don't get it. Um, another one, Atlanta Hawks. How the hell you went to the Eastern Conference Finals, and you ain't been the shit since? And then I'm gonna give a shout out, and before I close it out, the Raptors. I don't know what's going on with the Raptors. No matter what, the Raptors stay in some type of playoff atmosphere because even though it's not considered the playoffs, the play in, I consider it the playoffs. And that's it for tonight.
Great show as usual. Great show as usual. We'll definitely see y'all next week. What day you want to come back on? But I'm gonna
Same time, same time. Tuesdays is my Friday.
we can do Tuesday. We do seven, we do like 7:30. You know, you know, I'll have some topics so we can dive into it, man. It was a great show. Make sure you keep TSC, keep that same energy from your host Justin P, my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Maurice Sanders Jr. Love y'all guys and enjoy y'all rest of your Tuesday night. We out.